Quality Training Tutors presenta
Para comentar.
Para un mercado binacional.
Para comentar política, arte y entrevistas con los protagonistas del cambio.
La noticia con enfoque de emprendedor.
Para comentar, bajo la producción y la conducción de Claudia Liliana Gómez,
CEO de Quality Training Tutors.
Desde Dallas, Texas, para comentar con Claudia Liliana.
This video podcast is part of the show. Today, radio talk show is Thomas Howery, who is a great lawyer, and he has support a lot quality training tutors and this radio talk show, and he's giving us his professional time to share with us his knowledge.
People think they can take advantage, and they're right unless you stand up and you don't allow yourself to sort of be taken advantage of by this. You know, the police are not, they've got real crimes to work on. I can't promise you that the police won't open an investigation or something to that effect, but I can tell you that it's probably not high on their list of things to do is settle a commercial dispute. They might tell you to get a lawyer just to file suit. Harassing you on the basis of gender or race is illegal in and of itself. So if they were ever to try to sue you, they'd be in a bad position. The laws of the United States and in Texas, you're not allowed to do that for any reason. You can't discriminate on gender or race. And the most important thing is, I know it's hard, but you have to stand up for yourself. Or else you're working for free, and everybody has the right to work hard and earn a living off of their hard work. So don't be intimidated, and don't hesitate to have an attorney to get involved. A lot of times, I can't talk about any specific clients, but a lot of times simply a letter from an attorney will get the other person who thinks they can take advantage of you to cooperate, just because they know that somebody's watching what they're doing, and you're not alone. And I've had good success sometimes just writing letters saying, you just knock it off, don't do this, and you should pay my client, or you can't get a refund just simply because you changed your mind. And a lot of times I won't hear another word from them, especially when they're trying to get a refund or something. So. And the courts will back you up. They don't have a different set of laws for Hispanic business owners or non-Hispanic business owners. So you have if you have a contract or you've done a job, you have the right to be paid for it. End of story. So don't get intimidated, and don't back down. That's what I'd say.
Sometimes in business we have to show how professional we are without getting in disputes or answer back some kind of aggression or behavior from gentlemen who are from another country, not the United States. In Latin America, it's common to treat a woman like less or with no brain. What is your advice for these kind of situations from the businesswoman perspective, and what the law has to offer for women in business?
The law absolutely forbids it. In no uncertain terms, you're not allowed to treat somebody different because of their gender or their race or their nationality
or be disrespectful, like talking about sexual stuff and all that in front of business meetings, right?
Right, and it's hard because it's absolutely forbidden by the law. If it makes you uncomfortable, you should be able to say, "This makes me uncomfortable, please stop." At the same time, you might not want to lose your job. You might not want to, go through the headache and sometimes heartache of a lawsuit based on this. So there's a fine line, and I'm not saying any of it is acceptable because it's not. But the women need to make a determination of when it crosses the line for them personally, and they need to. This is something I can't just let slide anymore. I have to fight. And it's unfortunate that they're in a position where they have to let some things slide. But each individual has to make the determination, because the business more than likely will, try to fire you or retaliate against you. And it might be a couple of years before the lawsuit is settled. But, you know.
The next question is, in a personal view, Mr. Howery, what is your connection with your family, a beautiful family you have, and your and your beautiful daughters and wife, and your professional success?
I've got a beautiful wife, Nabasha, and two daughters, 4 years old and 7 months old. And you know, everything I do in my professional life, I do for my clients, but I also do for my family, to provide for my family.
A Christian registration, and we both are Christians. But regarding law, how to deal with a spiritual leader like a pastor, a priest, or a head of human rights organizations who break the law and abuse?
Sort of all the topics we've talked about today are kind of about organizations or power structures and the misuse of authority. And so it's just as bad as when you don't get paid for doing a job as it is when a priest or a minister or you know, a spiritual leader abuses the folks that are looking up to him or her. You know, in any realm, you have to stand up for yourself and your human dignity, and you got to be careful because these things are. I mean, religion is a powerful force in many people's lives, but you can't let it turn ugly. You can't let yourself be abused by that.
Even so, there is a leader in your church, a priest, a pastor, or the head of a human rights organization who has been abused or has broken the law. Do not stop believing in God or doing the right thing in human rights, because they are people like us.